Hello lovelies, T here. I'm coming at you today with a candy kit, obviously, because you can see it lying right here. So I was thinking that the candy kits that are like normal food were pretty much gone. I thought I had made them all, but I have since found a few more. I don't know if they're new or if they are just recently available in North America, or if I just had never seen them before, but either way, yay, we can do a few more. The first kit that we're going to tear into today is this lovely Popin Cookin kit from Kracie, and it is a ramen noodles and gyoza. This particular kit I got from Napa, Japan, and I will leave a link down in the description if you would like to check out their site. The products are affordable. They have an awesome selection of all sorts of candy, and it's all from Japan, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sponsored to say any of that. I just really like the company. And let's jump right in and open up the candy. Okay, so I have gone right ahead and cut this open with some scissors because I'm not sure what, if any, of the package we are going to need, and I don't want to accidentally rip anything. As you can see, just like all the other Kracie and or Popin Cookin kits that I have done in the past, all the instructions are written in Japanese. However, there are some, I hope, helpful pictures on here which will guide us in figuring this out. So, inside the kit, we have the tray, and in the tray there's a package with orange writing and what looks like pictures of noodles, so this is probably the ramen noodle package. And then there is a brown package with what looks like sauce in a ladle, so that is probably the soup mix. And then there is a red package, and it looks like this is for the filling of the gyoza. Oh, I like these pictures. They're helpful already. Okay, and then there's the plastic bag for making the noodles. And actually, I think this is our guide too, right here. I'm not sure what these are for, but I'm pretty sure that one is for the gyoza. Awesome. I think that's our candy dough right there. And there's also a fork, and ooh, it even comes with a toothpick. Now I know it shows on the baggie that the toothpick is used for poking a hole because you need a teeny tiny hole, and to cut it might end up being too big. And the tray itself, which has the molds and looks like mixing spots. So I'm going to cut the tray. Okay, so I'm already starting to make sense of some of the instructions. The first one up here, it shows that you need some water, and then the next step shows it looks like hand washing, so very nice. You should always wash your hands before making food. Then this is the cutting step, and there it shows the tray in pieces. So that's what we have here. There's the big piece with the music note inside. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And then there's the smaller part that has the star inside. And then these parts got cut out completely. There's one of the molds and our gyoza mold, which folds. So it will do the shaping and sealing and everything for us, it looks like. So then we move on to step number 1, and it looks like we're going to need our candy dough. Now it looks like we're making 2 balls and then spreading the rest out to make the gyoza, I think. So here's our candy dough. So I split the candy dough in half, and then from each half I got a big piece for the gyoza, which I've put in the circle here, and then took off a smaller piece for the other little accessories here, and then here's the other one. All you do is just like flatten and stretch. It's kind of like playing with Play-Doh. You don't want to play with it for too long though, because it does get sticky. And then there we go. We just make sure that it's in that circle shape, and it should be big enough to make a gyoza. My fingers are a little sticky from working that dough a little bit too long, so I'm gonna go wash up. Okay, I'm back. So now that we have our dough ready, it looks like we're going to get our mold and put a circle of dough inside, form it into the wells, and then it looks like you just add the package of filling without any water and then seal. Okay, so we get our mold. We'll put the first shape in.
Make sure it's stuck to the edges, push in the wells. Okay, we're going to open the red package.
Kind of looks a little bit like a cross between candy sprinkles and dog food. Hopefully it tastes more like candy sprinkles.
Okay.
So we'll put a bunch inside the gyoza. We're dividing it into two. So I think that's about half. And then we're going to fold and pinch. And then we pop it out and yay! A successful little dumpling.
Now to make the second one.
Now, I would suggest, I'm finding already that the circle that they give you on the template is pretty much the exact same size as your dumpling. So you might want to make it just a touch bigger to make sure that you can push down into the wells and still have dumpling around the edges.
Now add the rest of the inside and seal it up.
And ta-da! Dumpling number 2. That is awesome. Those look super cute. The next step, or step number 2, shows water already in the 2 containers, and then you're mixing the packages. So it looks like, I think that's like purple or brown. I think it's supposed to be brown. Goes into the circular reservoir with the music note, and then the orange goes into that rectangular reservoir with the star. And there are lines in the circle. There you can see that's the fill line. You fill up to there. And on the rectangle, same thing. Okay, so if you can see there, I've already got water in the 2 containers. And I'm going to add the brown package to the larger circular reservoir. Use the fork and give it a stir. I don't know if you can hear that sound change, but basically when you're stirring the liquids like this, that it's not as easy to tell that it's mixing. You're waiting to hear that the consistency changes. So when I'm stirring, it sounds smooth, not gritty. And that tells me that all the powder has been mixed. Now I'm going to add into the rectangular reservoir the orange package. And using the fork, we'll stir that up. Same kind of thing. I'm stirring away the grainy noise. So when it sounds smooth, then you should be just about done. And this looks very interesting. This is kind of like lemon pudding. I have unwrapped the toothpick. It's ready to go. Now we get our bag. The toothpick goes inside. There we go, inside the bag, right down to the bottom, where we're going to pierce the bag. And that should be the perfect size hole for making our noodles. So now I'm going to put all of this into. Okay, so once again we are visiting the instructions, and it shows to pour your noodle goo into the plastic bag and then seal it up and squirt the noodle goo into the soup. And that's what we're going to do now. So here is the noodle goo. I'm just going to give it a little twist. And now it gets squirted. It's getting a little thick. I probably should have moved a little bit quicker. But if you don't have to stop to explain yourself, like I'm doing, then it would work a lot better. Ooh, well that worked out quite nicely. There's like no residue left. And there it looks like we have noodles in our soup. Wasn't that awesome? Okay, so the last step is to make these little accoutrements, and it shows step 3. There's our little tray. We're supposed to flatten out the extra dough balls to form these, and then use extra noodle goo for the, it looks like the yolk. I'm guessing that's supposed to be an egg. So, and there's our mold and our little dough balls.
So I'm just going to press a dough ball onto one shape, and then right onto the other shape.
And there's our egg. And I think this is maybe supposed to be like a green onion. Probably didn't need to be pushed as hard, but that's okay. It still looks pretty awesome. So now, I still have a little bit of noodle goo residue in the container here. So I'm going to scoop some of that with the back side of my fork and put this inside the egg. There, beautiful. Ta-da! It's complete! I've just used one of the cast-off pieces from the tray as my little gyoza plate. That's the one thing that kind of sucks about this little kit. It doesn't have like the little tray. There's no like little picnic cutout thing or anything. So it kind of loses its charm a little bit that way. But otherwise, it's super fun to make, and it looks adorable. These noodles look so cool. Now, I am not one for just feasting with the eyes. So, let's see what the taste buds have to say about this. First, we'll start with a little gyoza. Oh, that's really nice. The inside, it's like a fizzy candy. So on the outside, I'll show you there. The dough part is like a fruity gum, not quite as chewy though as gum. And then on the inside, the little candy pieces, they kind of like fizz and dissolve in your mouth, and they taste a little bit like sweet tarts. Okay, now to try some noodles. That's really weird, but not at all disturbing. The noodles have like a noodly texture, but they don't taste like noodles. They're very fruity, very sweet again. I can't quite put my finger on the taste though. Time for a little sip of the broth. Oh, I want to say that's like cola. The broth I think is like a cola candy, but it's not like thick, sicky sweet. It doesn't taste like a cola syrup, and it doesn't taste like a flat pop. That's really, really nice. I like that. I am going to call this video quits and finish the rest of my snack. Thanks so much for watching, lovelies. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this kit as much as I enjoyed making the kit. It's super fun, and I give it 2 thumbs up, both for enjoyability, look, and taste. Thanks so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. So I will see you in the next video. See you later, lovelies. Bye.